What's going on YouTube? Josh here checking in. If you couldn't already tell by the crotch shot, we're doing deadlifts because deadlifts are flippin' awesome. They're, I don't know about you guys, they are my favorite lift by far. If there was some way for me to just deadlift and have a well-proportioned body, I'm pretty sure I would just deadlift. I don't know. Let me know what is your favorite lift in the comments, because deadlifting is like, that's my zen. That is my happy place. When, if you get mad and you get upset and somebody says, think of your happy place, this is my happy place right here. And especially with the gym empty, I'm just doing my thing, listening to my music. That is my happy place. The gym is definitely a sanctuary for a lot of people, and I definitely can relate to that myself. This is one of those workouts where, I'm really close to graduating medical school. There's a lot of things going on. I'm buying a house. I'm moving to a new city. So there are a lot of odds and ends going on. Life is busy. Life's always busy, right? But when you go to the gym, you put your music on, your music, right? I'm training by myself here. I'm playing my own music, playing it nice and loud, just feeling the weights and just going for it. And all of your worries just disappear. All the burdens of life just get lifted off your shoulders, and it's just you and the weight, and that's it. There's nothing else going on. So the goal of this session was to go over 5 hundo. This is the last warm up at 465, and after this we go for 505. We're keeping track. I hit that 505 for 3. Ended up doing a total of 3 sets of these and then some back off sets, and it felt great. It felt really freaking good to lift some heavy ass weights once again. Yeah, I know I'm not deadlifting 700 pounds for reps. I know I'm not a YouTube sensation, but I haven't lifted anything nearly this heavy in a long time, and it just feels good, man. I forget that there's something different about lifting heavier weights. These aren't grinders. This isn't, an epic PR. This is nowhere near a PR triple for me. But, it's relatively heavy. It's getting up there for me, especially given my previous training, and it felt so good. There's something different about lifting heavier weights. It's a different feeling. I think maybe it requires a bit more focus. You have to sort of just really be zoned in when you're lifting heavier weights, and it's just great. I was thoroughly enjoy getting back to the heavier weights, and I think I'm gonna have to start doing this a little bit more because I just totally forgot how awesome it is. So one thing that I've noticed is that my past few training sessions have been on point, really good. And then I was thinking, what is different? Is it my diet? Is it my sleep? I'm sleeping pretty well. My diet's pretty consistent. In fact, I'm actually started a little bit of a mini cut right now because I was getting a little bit fluffy, hovering around the high 180s. So at this training session, I was around like 186. I'm on my way down to the mid 180s, maybe low 180s. I'll see where I want to go with that. So the nutrition is, I'm eating less calories, but my training is better than it's been almost in probably a month. I realized it's the music. I changed my workout playlist. How crazy is that? But I've been using the same sort of stale playlist for the past maybe 2 or 3 years. Every once in a while, I'd add a song or something like that. But especially for the more challenging sets, I like to listen to music that has sort of a build. And then right as it sort of drops, that's when I would usually hit the first rep. And that's sort of just my style. I like to do that. It's kind of fun to coordinate the music and the lifts. But when you sort of listen to the same build-up 100 times, it just doesn't have the same effect anymore. So now I've got myself a new playlist, and training is good. It is good. So that's something that I don't think a lot of people think of at all when they think about factoring in how their training's been going and stuff like that. And it's just another variable that maybe it could make a difference. It's probably mostly psychological. There's no doubt about that. But psychological effects on your lifting are real. So don't just completely discount that. Alright guys, so switching gears a little bit, talking about the training footage, and we're doing some more high bar squats. Why? Because my high bar squat needs a lot of work, and I don't have any competitions coming up, so why not take care of it in the off season? This prolonged off season has been a great time for doing stuff like this. So this here is 315, and what I want you to sort of pay attention to is my bar path. Look at that, the R on the rogue bar, and sort of watch where that goes. And you'll notice that the bar path isn't all that linear, and that's just because with this high bar squat, I'm still sort of feeling it out for the slightly heavier weights. This is 315 for sets of 5, and you can see that I am not all that comfortable. There's a little bit back and forth, and it's just going to take some time with this particular movement. For me, the low bar squat, I can keep a nearly vertical bar path, just up and down in a straight line. And it has a lot to do with the positioning of the bar relative to my midfoot. So for the low bar squat, since the bar is lower on my back, it's actually much easier for me to keep that bar centered over the midfoot. Whereas with the high bar squat, I have a lot more difficulty doing that. So over here, I actually tightened up my belt in this set, and it actually felt so much better. So that's one thing that I realized is that on the deadlift, I like my belt a little bit on the looser side, and on the squat, I prefer it to be a bit on the tighter side. So I'm thinking about actually getting a one of those prong belts, because that'll be much easier to switch around. It's definitely a big pain in the butt to mess around with the screws on the lever belts here and fix that. But I think you might be able to tell that this set here was a little bit faster, a little bit smoother than the previous ones. So over here I'm doing some pause squats. I dropped the weight to 225, and what you'll notice is I'm doing these movements a little bit differently. So on this next rep, watch what I do with my hips. I sort of just ever so slightly initiate with my hips, and it's very subtle, but it's not quite the same knee break and hip break at the same time. It's literally just by fractions of a second, and by doing this in my high bar squat, I felt so much more comfortable in the hole, and with my bar path and everything. I really felt that I was able to help me get that bar over my midfoot, and this is something that I've actually mimicked from some Olympic weightlifters that I've been sort of just watching their video, and something to definitely consider if you have difficulty maintaining a good bar position in your high bar squat. And that's a wrap. Show your support for this video by giving it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribing, hit that subscribe button, and I've got a favor to ask. Head on over to Instagram, in the search box, type in my username, TheStrengthDoc. Number 1, give me a follow if you're not following already, and in any of the comments on my photos or videos, write "sent from YouTube." I'll catch you guys in the next video.